Welcome back to another episode of 10 Minutes with Travis. I'm your host, Travis, and I want to talk about something weird that's been going on recently. One half of one branch of our government seems to be working again. Maybe it's because more Americans voted in the last midterm election than in any midterm since 1914, sending 235 Democrats and just 197 Republicans back to the House of Representatives. Now, I know we're not that great at math, but that's a 38-seat majority that party leader Nancy Pelosi knows how to use super effectively, probably because she's been in Congress since 1914. And that is an ageism joke. It's not okay. And after they got sworn in and then spent the first month telling Trump he couldn't build a wall no one wanted, they started working on things most Americans actually want, like gun control. In fact, this week the House passed 2 pieces of legislation representing the first major gun bill in decades, all while Michael Cohen was down the hall testifying how Don the Con Trump had signed personal checks while in the Oval Office to cover up an affair he had with a porn star, proving that the House can both investigate Trump's crimes and potential cover-ups and find solutions to problems that face most Americans, like getting shot. So what would this law do? It would require background checks on all gun sales, including those sold online and at gun shows, and require sellers to wait up to 10 days to hear on the background check before they go ahead with the sale. Previously, they were only asked to wait 3 days, which was how Dylann Roof was able to get a gun and murder 9 people at a Bible study in Charleston. That's why this was called closing the Charleston loophole. That's it. Background checks. Checking your background to make sure you don't have a history of, violent crimes before you walk out of a Walmart looking ready for real-life Fortnite. Seems reasonable, right? So reasonable, in fact, that it was one of the first tweets Don the Con Trump tweeted out after the Parkland shooting. I'm just gonna keep using that, because when he goes low, we get to have nicknames that stick too, right? Come on, Don the Con Trump? That's gold. Whether we are Republican or Democrat, we must now focus on strengthening capital B, background, capital C checks. There was no need for the capitalization, but he's not wrong. In fact, 92% of Americans support strengthening background checks. 92%! Again, I know math is super hard, but the only other thing 92% of Americans can agree on is that using your speakerphone in public is rude, and that Paul Rudd has found the fountain of youth and is not telling anyone. And that 92% includes 89% of Republicans. So this is a thing that everyone wants, so we'll definitely get it, right? Well, the next stop is the Senate, where Mitch McConnell has vowed to act swiftly on a bill almost every American is begging for. Ooh. I can barely get that out. Nope. It's conventional wisdom this will die in the Senate because Mitch McConnell's refusing to even bring it up for a vote. And Don the Con Trump is saying he'll veto it if it ever gets to his desk. Even though... But it was also conventional wisdom that high schoolers wouldn't be able to affect national policy, and the NRA would always outspend gun control advocates, and Paul Rudd would age. Turns out those Parkland kids were incredibly well organized and joined a huge national movement of gun control advocates who, for the first time ever, outspent the NRA and helped elect representatives who vowed to do more than thoughts and prayers. And Paul Rudd looks younger than ever. But what can you do right now? Call your senators. Don't tweet, don't post, call. There's only 2 of them. It won't take that long. Skip calling your parents this week and call your senators instead. Tell your parents to call their senators, especially if your senators are Republicans. Call them and tell them you want this bill to go to the Oval Office. And by the time it gets there, maybe President Pence will sign it into law. But also, the next time you hear someone complaining about how the system is totally broken and nothing ever gets passed anymore, tell them about last week when the Democrats in the House did their jobs. They provided oversight on the executive branch while passing laws the representatives sent them there to pass. One party is trying to do something 92% of Americans want, while the other party isn't. The system isn't completely broken yet. We just need people in there who want it to work for us. All right, thanks for watching another episode of 10 Minutes with Travis. If you like, subscribe, share, all the internet things, but most importantly, call your senators this week. There's only 2 of them. You can do it. All right, I'll see you next time.